The Taiwanese can even keep 4 of them, 4 or 5 at sea at any one time. That is a big deterrent for us.
As a deterrent, as a weapon system, diesel electric submarines, well run, well maintained, are very, very credible.
They're going to have to come shallow, they're going to have to snorkel, they're going to have to recharge the batteries, but they really don't need to go that far. If you're thinking about a UK or a US submarine, we need to travel long, long distances. With that, nuclear power is wonderful. The Taiwanese don't need to go that far. The Chinese are going to come to them.
They haven't got the latest air-independent propulsion. They haven't got the latest anechoic tiling to absorb sonar signatures. But who's to say that hulls 2 to 8 don't have some of that? And maybe even the later ones will have some form of ballistic missile firing capability.
It's being armed with the same torpedoes that we use in the United States. It's a very powerful torpedo. It can sink large warships with one shot. And the officers on the other side who are driving those ships are deathly afraid of these submarines and these attacks coming from underneath the water. They don't actually hit the other ship. What happens is the torpedo, as it's coming, in the World War II, you'd see them, they try to get 2, 3, 4 punches in the side of the ship, and we punch some holes. These torpedoes go under the ship, and they blow a big hole in the ocean, essentially, and then the ship is unsupported in the middle and falls into the hole and cracks in half.
I think they would have been very surprised. I'm not sure anyone saw this coming, and that's impressive in its own right. You know, they think they have surveillance overmatch across the entire region, and someone's just popped a submarine out of a shed that no one saw coming. And the fact that it was the US, the UK, Australia, South Korea, India, Spain, Canada, all had a hand in the building of this, the design and the build of this submarine, and yet no one saw it coming. So it's a bit of an embarrassment for their intelligence agencies, I would suggest, and also again indicative of how many countries are keen to support Taiwan as the net closes in on them from China.
What's really going to make this thing sing is the training pipeline for the officers and the crew that are going to be operating these things, and be able to go out to sea and stay there for a long period of time, undetected, hidden, alone, by themselves, and take a toll on the Chinese. And so they're going to have to build that cadre up, build that capability up, and train that way and practice that way. So that's what I would be saying, looking for happening in the next few years for the Taiwanese to do.